What's up, y'all? You want to know the secrets? Here are the secrets. If you go to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns, you can get early episodes, you can get bonus episodes, you can get super long episodes with special guests like Justin Robert Young and Hal Lublin, and many more to come. Patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. Secrets.
Just lie down on this table and strap yourself in. It's marked laser table, but I'll get you some. Damn it.
This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Cannata.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
I want to talk about something that we have talked about several times in several different ways over the lifetime of this show.
It's important, instead of being new and interesting, it's important to just
revisit.
Just well-worn, well-trod territory.
You know what? If it ain't broke.
Hey. We're the podcast equivalent of an old shoe.
Yeah, just put us on.
Your comfortable old shoe.
This is, I think
those
we're going to...
gym pants that you won't throw out, even though your significant other is like, yo, throw out those gym pants.
They stank.
They're not even pants anymore. Like, I don't know what's
series of
holding
holes
them together.
connected by patchwork.
What is going on? Throw them away. And you're like, I've had these pants longer than I've had you.
These pants
were here before you. They'll be here when you're gone.
Oh.
I don't know how your home life is.
That's
Anyway, what I'm saying is we're an old, comfortable podcast.
This, I think, synthesizes some of this information we've talked about in a way that I haven't before.
Our gym pant information?
Yeah. All the various pants riffs that we were just doing.
Yeah.
Memory. We've talked about memory and how shitty it is. God damn, human memory sucks.
Yeah, it's not good. It's constantly changing. It is prone to our own biases. It's imperfect.
It is. And
hey, that's what makes us special and beautiful. Am I right?
Is that what it is? Is how imperfect we are?
No. It's actually one of the things that annoys me the most about us.
We need more perfection in our lives.
Nothing annoys me more than my memory going up against somebody else's memory when we're trying to tell a story of a shared experience.
God, that just happened to me the other day.
Fuck that noise. It's the longer you know somebody, like a friend that you've had since you were like 14, and you're just like, remember that time we went to that concert and we got into Dave's car? No, it wasn't Dave's car.
Yeah.
It wasn't Dave's car, it was Steve's car. It doesn't fucking matter, and you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong,
but it was Steve's car.
No, it wasn't.
Because I remember because it had the cup holders.
No, they all have cup holders.
Yeah, but Steve's car's cup holders... I remember because I put my big gulp in there.
We were going to a concert, and it was at the Orlando Arena.
Now I gotta stop you there.
God damn you! I'm just trying to tell a funny story.
This is an article sent to us by an evil Sith Lord. This is
who wishes not to be named, but there are only always two.
Yeah.
So, like,
I mean,
figure that out.
50.
Process of elimination, am I right?
This is
usually
about
we'll take care of that for you.
Process of elimination, yeah. This is how photography is potentially mucking up our brains, mucking up our memories. And the fact that we now have cameras in our pockets at all times, we are taking more photos. Is that actually affecting how we remember things?
Now, is the idea here, because I could see this going one of two ways, is the idea here that because we have more photos, we have more actual touch points for memory, which makes our memory more accurate?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it that we're using photos and offloading memory, so our memory is getting worse?
It's that latter one.
Okay.
So I doing some work now, and there is a filthy millennial in my office.
Yeah, or a couple,
definitely. Yeah. And we got into a discussion not too long ago about how
their pogo balls and their trapper keepers.
She loves the pogo ball and the slap bracelets. Always with the slap bracelets.
It's like, what happened on Punky Brewster last night? They say to each other.
They're always talking about Alf.
Yeah,
and Mr. Belvedere.
Good morning, Miss Bliss.
She was talking about how when she goes to a concert, she's there to record the concert on her phone. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
No.
You're there to enjoy the concert. And she goes, no. The point of me going to the concert
is
to...
First initial. First
B.
name. Not B.
Yes, B.
Not B.
Are you putting together which Sith Lord this
exactly which I know exactly which millennial this is. And I would have thought more of her.
Well,
I would have thought that she would go to a show to enjoy the show.
but is this a generational difference that we have? And here's why I'm bringing it up in relation to this, right? Because she's there to be able to revisit this memory at any point.
There's no memory
Right.
No memory.
Her
to revisit.
memory is the video.
So
right? What she remembers is the video.
So here's what's up. I go to a show. I don't go to very many shows. I've never actually
Into a show.
been to a show.
What are shows?
I live under the stairs in my angry stepfather's house.
Yeah.
And they won't
let you out.
They won't let me out, and they make me do all the chores, and they have a fat dumb real son that
But
they love.
you're a
but
wizard, Anthony.
Am I?
You might be.
Oh my God.
Based on that scarring all around your face.
I thought I was just, somebody who's lived with a lot of tragedy.
Well, maybe you should see some shows.
Maybe I should see a shrink. Who knows what it's
Not
doing
a bad
to me.
idea.
No, I've never actually been somebody who's big into live shows.
Mm.
I will go for a band that I truly, truly love.
Yeah, and then only to heckle them.
Yeah, and then only to tell them, boo, boo, I've
Better on the album.
Now that I'm here, I've decided differently about you and about everything I love. Boo.
Stay in the studio.
Get out of here. Get out of here, I say. My wife is very different. My wife is one of those people where it's like, I know this band and they're in town.
Yeah, we're going.
Which is great. It's much better for the artist, right?
Sure.
I'm not that person.
Yeah.
I don't have as much fun at shows. I just never have. So if I go to a show, it's like, yeah, I'm going to this show because it's this is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is my thing. And you will find that when I go to shows, I am snapping a lot. I am I'm gramming a lot. I'm taking video of it.
Why? Do you want a member?
I want a member and I want to share, but you'll also find that I'm not paying tons of attention of what because the stage is up there.
Right.
I just got to point at the stage.
Yeah.
I'm not paying a ton of attention to my phone.
Right. Oh, you're not paying attention. You're sort of doing that and rocking out.
I'm doing it and rocking out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm rocking. Listen, like all things in my life, I'm there to rock first.
Of course.
When people say, what's Anthony Carboni here to do? They say, oh, motherfucker is here to rock.
He's here to rock. Everything else is secondary.
He's here to rock and or get stoned and sleep.
He's here to rock and then multitask whilst rocking.
Oh, there's nothing this dude loves more than rocking and doing something else.
Anything else.
Anything else. Because rocking just comes so naturally to
Rocking
him.
is like the constant. You're constantly rocking. And then everything else is layered on top of the rock.
It's just a rich tapestry of rock. That's my life. Ow!
Ow!
Oh, that hurt my throat.
Oh yeah, don't rock that hard ever again.
All this posturing is getting to me.
So
I wish I could just be my true self. My true British quiet self.
So I think this is a generational difference in how people enjoy things.
But what I'm getting at is I don't think it is. When I'm saying it's not a generational difference, this is a procedural difference and a philosophical difference between two people. I too am there to share. But I am also there, but I don't want... But I'm also there to rock.
Share, rock, and then rock, and then share.
Share.
You rock and share.
It was, I think in the late 90s, there was the Tiger Rock and Share.
Yes.
And it was a keychain, but you could also put in little cartridges
to share
rock.
Yeah.
What were those things actually called? It doesn't matter. Ask your parents. But
video it so that you remember.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying is like, maybe there is a generational thing, but I think there is just also a philosophical thing about B, where B is there specifically to document. But I don't think everybody goes there to do that.
Then I won't lay it at the feet of all the millennials.
No, don't do that.
But I will say
B
that...
is just, and hey, if she's listening, you're a terrible person. I've been meaning to say it for years, and now I am.
I will say that this article goes into the fact that the mere fact that we all culturally have recording devices on our person at all times means that...
Except the cops.
Yeah, those guys.
We won't give those to cops.
No, why would we?
And when if we give them to cops, we let them turn them off.
Only when they're doing the bad stuff.
We don't need records of what the police are doing.
No.
Anyway, go on.
It has changed how we remember things. And as you said, we offload a lot of our processes in the same way that I don't need to know arithmetic because I have a calculator in my pocket at all times.
We talked about this before.
Right.
Trying to recall my significant other's phone number.
Right. You don't need to. Why would you? You've got it.
Takes me a moment.
Yeah.
It definitely does because I never need
your
it.
brain went, oh, I have the ability to just offload that onto a device.
Yeah.
So this article goes into the fact that there are actually some studies that have been done where people were asked to go to a museum and look at the things at the museum. And then another group of people were asked to go to a museum and take pictures of the stuff at the museum. And then later on, they were given a test that they weren't told that they were going to be given. It's pop quiz, hot shot is what they said.
Yeah.
And
I hope you're ready to rock this quiz.
Well, I'm constantly rocking and then also taking the quiz.
That's what my teachers always said to me because they knew I was such a rocker and they wanted to get a dig at me. They're like, oh, if you rock so much, how about you try to rock this quiz?
And then you rocked the quiz and showed them, right?
Of course I did, because I can do more than one kind of rocking at once. We've discussed this.
Yeah, multi-rocking. Anyway, so the people that
I'm a rock doctor. That's the TV show based on my life. Rock doctor.
Dr. Rock, the rock doctor?
I'm just rocking all the time, but I'm also acing tests.
I like that. The Dr. Rock, the rock doctor.
Yeah. And then I'm teaching patients because I'm actually I'm doing the surgery.
Yeah.
But I'm also teaching them a little something about the rock and roll lifestyle and letting go.
Yeah. You prescribe a healthy dose of, all right.
Yeah. Maybe a healthy dose of partying and listening to your fellow man. Am I right?
You're listening to your fellow man.
That's part of rocking, dude.
Is that really I think that may be the
Watch
most
an episode of The
underrepresented.
Rock Doctor.
You always listens to your fellow man?
That's right, because that's how you jam, dude. You can't jam unless you're listening to the other members of the band.
Oh, you can't.
Rock Doctor.
It's not about solos.
Oh, dude.
It's about rocking.
And hey, sometimes it is about solos, and you got to give the other person the solo. The Rock Doctor, you can learn a lot from this show.
Dr. Rock, the Rock Doctor?
And it is based on my life. I am not part of a band, nor am I a doctor. I don't understand the creative process of television, but I get a check every week. And I'm cool with it.
It's a lot better than our first idea, which was Dr. Rock, the rock chef, because we got sued when we asked what the rock was cooking.
Yeah. Now, see, I made that joke a couple weeks ago, but I feel like it was much more natural.
No, yeah, I
feel like you really wanted to get that rock joke.
God damn, I wanted to say it.
And now you've lived your life, and sometimes that's what rocking's about.
I rocked! So the people who had to take pictures of the things.
So they went to a museum, they looked at things, and then they took a test based on what they remember.
The people who were asked to take photos of the things performed worse on the test.
Sure.
They didn't remember. So the idea you're looking at stuff to take photos of it, but your brain isn't.
You're composing a photograph when you do that.
Indeed.
You're not taking in the art. You're saying, how do I compose a photograph?
You're doing a different thing, and you're not paying attention to the thing you're photographing. You're paying attention to the act of photography.
Now, here is something that pops into my mind. If those people were shown the photograph, would they have richer, deeper memories of the thing? Do you know what I mean?
Well,
because the visual is a trigger, right? And this is the thing that we've talked about. That's the other side of this theory, which is I take a photo so I don't have to remember something, but later on when I look at that photo, does it trigger my memory to give me much richer, deeper memories of the day that I took the photo?
Perfect question. This article goes into that very thing and says that what has been discovered is that when people do that, they tend to remember things from a third-person perspective rather than first-person subjective. So their memory becomes from the perspective of the photo.
Now, wait a minute. This is something that's crazy fascinating to me. Number one, Jeff, do you dream in the first or third person?
Boy, it goes back and forth. Sometimes I dream in the third person.
I dream almost exclusively in the third person. And I think I naturally remember things almost exclusively in the third person.
I remember things quite a bit in the third person. And oftentimes, if there's a photo of something, I remember it from the perspective of the photo.
Yeah.
And I think that's disturbing. Because am I actually remembering it, or am I just
constructing a short film based on a photo?
Yes. Am I literally creating a fiction built around?
Like how The Rock Doctor is based on my life, but it seems like it's different in some way.
It does. It is. It's inspired by true events.
It's inspired by me, but I don't remember being in a band or being a doctor.
You remember rocking?
I do rock, but it's more of like a metaphorical rocking.
Right.
It's like it's like a philosophical rocking. It's the philosophy of my life is to rock,
but
like I don't think I was ever in a band or medical school.
I have these pictures of you.
Oh, I remember it now. The Rock Doctor on ABC is perfectly retelling my life.
Dr. Rock, the Rock Doctor.
So people tend to remember things more in the third person if they're looking at photos. I also wonder, much like I don't buy into the idea of the memory palace very much.
Right.
I know that some people really feel like they actually have a memory palace, and I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying for whatever reason, that's not how I can work.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder if remembering something in the third person perspective isn't somehow causing you to remember more detail because you're reconstructing all the views of a space as opposed to like a first person. You know, you're reconstructing the entire scene, and that causes you to pull in details and kind of meld it together a little bit more.
Well, the counterpoint to that, which this article touches on, and I find to be the most fascinating part of this, is while that may be true, you are literally limiting your memory to one sense. You're limiting your memory to visuals.
Oh.
And they find that people who
because
actually...
when you remember things that way, the silent movie film cards show up when people talk.
Exactly.
That's what happens.
Yeah. And
everybody remembers in Charlie Chaplin like dialogue cards.
Right. So if you actually... if you're actually in the concert...
Mm-hmm.
and you want to remember it very vividly, they actually say the best thing you can do is go, how does the air feel right now? Is there a breeze on my back? Is it hot? Is it cold? What does it smell like? Is there a sense, how does my skin feel? Is there a sense of dampness in the air? Is there a smell of weed wafting from the stage?
See, that's in, or from your pocket. So there's, I think that's interesting, but I don't know if, and it may be true in terms of statistically across the board, but like if I'm trying to remember something and I'm remembering it in the third person, I do tend to have those other senses attached to it.
Interesting.
So it's almost like I'm watching like not a movie, but I'm like watching a movie at a theme park, like
with
at a Disney park.
smell-o-vision.
It's got smell-o-vision and it's got water effects and it's got.
You have the best memories.
I remember shit in 4DX, baby.
That's because you rock so hard.
I'm in that D-box. Remember in my life,
Dr. Rock Doctor in the D-box.
Dr. D-box, Rock Doctor box. D. Oh no, I'm stroking out.
Oh no. I will tell you this thing that I do. And I never based it on any of this data, but I feel like it aligns pretty seamlessly.
Do you know what I'd like to do? Do you know what I'd like to do for an upcoming video on our YouTube channel?
What? I was about to tell you a thing that I do, but go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you tell the thing because it might be the thing that I want to do.
All right. It's not. But when I'm on a vacation,
is it rock?
Every time I'm on a vacation and having a great time, I pick one moment and I go, I'm going to try to take in as much of this single moment.
I do that too.
Do you really?
I'll be standing somewhere and I'll be like, oh, this moment. Remember this moment.
Me too. I go, look, see every detail, feel everything, smell, sense. Like
it's usually not the moment I remember though.
Really? Yeah. Oh, for me, it always is.
I think I put too much stress on myself.
It's always like a weird... It's never like the most fun thing we did or the coolest thing. It's like this weird moment where I was laying in a hammock and it was beautiful.
It's the moment where you recognize the emotional importance of that trip or that event.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the most like, oh shit, we're at the Grand Canyon and look at this view. I'm going to remember this. It could be like in the morning, like you're making coffee on the way to the Grand Canyon.
God, this feels so great.
And you're just like, oh, I'm here and this is a beautiful vacation and I'm on the, remember this.
Yeah.
Remember this.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is I would love to have people try to do these things as exercises over the next few weeks. And if you're on the Discord, like we'll make a little channel for it.
Oh, cool.
But like try to improve your memory by doing these things where you're like,
use all your senses.
Use all your senses. I'm going to try to remember temperature. I'm going to try to remember smell. I'm going to try to remember everything over the next month and see if I have better recall of the next couple weeks.
That's interesting. It'd be really cool.
Yeah. So if you're on the Discord, the way to do that is wehaveconcerns.com or sorry, patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. That's my eidetic memory at work there. Patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. Anybody who supports at $1 or more per month gets access to the Discord channel. The more you support the show monetarily,
The more Discord you get.
The more you get so much Discord and chaos. You get more and different rewards. So go check that out, and we'll report back on our memories there for the next few weeks.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.